All right. Let me know when you see the live socials come up, please. It'd be appreciated. I see TikTok live is up. Should also be good on YouTube. How we doing on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitch, X, Instagram, all them over there. Check them.
I don't see X up yet. I was just checking.
Okay, thank you. And let me do here. To those of you who are joining us on TikTok, Coach is not here today, so I will be filling in on Mark McSee. So if you want a better visual experience, I would highly suggest you head over to our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading. You will get the full screen view, and the audio will also be better because I am literally have my iPad pointed at my screen. So your audio and the video quality may vary. So for the better experience, head on over to YouTube to our American Dream Trading channel. Thank you very much. All right, how's the socials up? Facebook?
I don't think X is up. It's not.
Okay, well, I might have a glitch or something, so we'll move on from that one. Thank you.
All right, sure.
All right. Let's see here. All right, looks good on my end. How about your end? All right. Anyway, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another edition of AmericanDreamTrading.com's live stock education broadcast. This is a live outreach of AmericanDreamTrading.com, which was founded by, run by, incorporated by Chad Christian, who we affectionately call Coach. Why do we call him Coach? Because he guides us through the muddy waters of everything investing, whether it's stock options, crypto, futures, day trading, long-term investing, swing trading, covered calls, cash secured puts, you name it. If it can be invested in, Coach educates us on how to do that. Obviously, I'm not Coach. But if this was your first time being here today, you wouldn't know that, right? I am Mark McSee, one of the moderators, one of the 20 moderators here at AmericanDreamTrading.com. Coach has some things to take care of today. He's doing some running around, so we're going to give him a break so he can do all that. He's very busy on the day-to-day operations of running this corporation, and yes, it is a legal corporation. Been almost 5 years now. Coach has been live every day for over 2.5 years. So doing all that work sometimes cuts into his chances of being able to do other things he needs to accomplish. So he is doing that today. So we will carry on and make some money today, hopefully. Again, this is a live broadcast of AmericanDreamTrading.com. This gives you a taste of what we do here on a daily basis. I would venture to say this is you only get to see the tip of the iceberg of what we actually do here compared to what our paid memberships get to participate in. We have, through our VIP Gold, and Diamond memberships, up to 12 hours of training each and every day live in a Zoom call. That starts at 4 a.m. Eastern Time and goes through 4 p.m. Eastern Time daily, Monday through Friday. VIP Gold members also get Saturday trainings. And for those VIP Gold members, everything is recorded so they can review it at a later date. In case you have to miss a class or something, that's recorded and you have access to go back and watch all the recordings. Pretty cool feature. So we're glad you could be here today. We will be entering the market here shortly. We do have for your viewing pleasure, let me show you some of the promos that we currently have running here. Let me share my screen here for you so that you can see these. Click the right button here. This is our current promotions that we're running here at American Dream Trading. All right. We have our Diamond Lifetime Membership. That is our all-in-one, all-inclusive, anything that we've ever created membership. This gives you instant access to lifetime memberships for trading stocks, stock options, crypto, and even the futures. Those are a lifetime. This is a one-time pay, one and done, never have to ever pay again. And we throw in everything. It's the kitchen sink of our memberships. So anything we've ever created, you get access to all that, all past recordings and everything. And also, as an added benefit, you are also grandfathered in. You get everything that we may create in the future. And we are, obviously, if you listen to Coach more than 5 minutes, you know he's an innovator. We are coming out with new products, new ideas here in the future. And those are also provided to our Diamond members only. They will never have to pay again. It's automatically included. So it is a huge value. It is presently valued at $50,000 if you would purchase all these things individually. He did have it at $20,000 for promotion, but right now you can get it for a one-time payment of $10,000. However, during this promotion, we are going to allow you to make 2 equal payments of $5,000 each if you so desire. Again, you can pay it all at once if you like, but if you want to split it up into 2 easy payments, we will allow you to do that. We also have our VIP Gold Complete, which is our VIP and VIP Gold memberships rolled up into one. For $8,000, and during this promotional period, you can also split that $8,000 into 2 $4,000 payments. And our VIP lifetime is $4,000. You can split that into 2 payments. If you're already a VIP lifetime member, you can have the gold add-on for $4,000, which will allow you to split into 2 payments also. And we are offering also our futures lifetime membership. It is $4,000. That is $1,000 off what would be the normal going price for a lifetime membership. And you can split that $4,000 up into 2 payments if you desire to do that. So those are all available. I will caution you, if you choose to do that into 2 payments, you must make the second payment when it is due, or your membership will be revoked. No refunds issued. So if you choose to go the payment route, make sure that you do that. Make sure you plan that out. It will be, you paid this month, you will pay the same time next month. So great opportunity, great values. Even at the normal prices, they're still great values. This even makes it even better. Now, I will point out that each one of these lifetime memberships have a limited quantity that will be sold. Once those are sold out, these will cease to exist. All right. So we have X amount of number of Diamond lifetimes. So if you end up going in there and you can't seem to buy it, that means that's been sold out. So the membership page, checkout page is already pre-programmed with the amount that are available. Now, the other kicker is that Coach can withdraw this offer at any time. I'm not saying he's going to withdraw this today or tomorrow or next week or whatever, right? Just saying these are being offered to you at the sole discretion of Coach and can be withdrawn at any time for purchase. And if it's one thing I've seen our members comment on, is they always say, man, I wish I'd have bought that one when I had the opportunity, right? They sat on the fence and didn't take advantage of it, and it disappeared. Coach is going to do away with lifetime sales on memberships altogether. So this will probably be the last time you ever see a lifetime membership offered here at AmericanDreamTrading.com. So anyway, get that while you can. Head on over to our website, AmericanDreamTrading.com. And while you're there, you'll see, if you scroll down about halfway on our landing page, that you can also sign up for our free Discord. That's the first thing you should do, actually, is grab that free Discord. By doing so, they get you instant access inside our stock lounges, where you can communicate with other American Dream Trading members. You can ask questions, discuss trades and those things. Now, nobody in there is going to tell you to buy or sell. We don't do that here. And there's also a free educational area that's open up to you that's not available anywhere else on our YouTube channels. You have access to videos and documents in there for study. There's also some discount channels and things in there. Also, totally free. Always has been free. Always will be free. And it's free right now. So get on over there now. When you get in there, say, hey, I seen you live on the social medias. That's how I found you. So we know where you came from. That's helpful to us. Over there on YouTube live chat, you will see one of our moderators, Doug, over there has posted direct links to all those promos that I just discussed. Those are clickable links only available on our YouTube live chat feed. TikTok does not allow those type of things to be put in. And there's another thing in there. The very last clickable link, you will see that Coach is giving away $1,000 in cold, hard cash. And it's ran by that, as you've seen on other websites when they have contests and things, it's ran by that Glee software. So you can go over there. Basically, you get a entry. You can receive up to 10 entries your first day. You can choose to participate in all 10 of them or however many you want. Basically, it's asking you to go visit our website, go visit our social medias, go to YouTube, those type of things. That's all it is. It's a totally free entry. Anyone can enter that. You do not have to be an American Dream Trading member to participate. Just by watching this live, you're able to participate. So you can do that two ways. You can go to our Discord for those links, or you can head on over to our YouTube live feed right now and log in there. And by the way, while you're there, make sure you click subscribe and share and like and click that notification button. So now there's only one stipulation on that $1,000 cash drawing, is that you must be a resident of the United States of America. You live outside the country, you're not eligible to participate. That's the only caveat on that. Also, everyone is eligible to participate because drawing is done by the Glee software that's built into there. Coach or none of the moderators or anybody else will handpick a winner. So it's a totally random drawing. You might be your first time here today, and you have a chance of winning that. So head on over to our YouTube channel in the live feed, and you'll see those links there. So anyhow, glad you could be here today. Again, Coach is doing some run around here, and so we're covering for him. My name is Mark McSee, if you're just now joining us, and I'm one of the moderators here. I also have at 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. daily, the live futures education and training outreach over on all our social media links. And at 5 p.m. every day, Monday through Friday, we have the aftermarket show, which can be found over on our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading. Check that out. Our host is Don over there. It's a different type of format show. It's talking exactly what after the markets close. You can ask questions. You can join the live panel if you like. Turn your camera on. The difference between that show and these live social feeds is you have access to an open mic. If you want to join the panel, you can actually communicate through an open mic, or if you wish, you can just type in the chat box like you do here. So check all them out. And as a special note, if you miss any of our live broadcasts, upon the completion of each broadcast, they are available immediately for replay on our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading. Check her out. Head on over there. If this is your first time, please click subscribe, like, share, and that notification button so you don't miss any upcoming episodes. Thank you for that. We will try to answer questions live as time allows. If you have a question, you can type it into your social media chat box. We'll try to answer them. I see Doug's over there. He's answering your questions right now as we speak. He's one of our training moderators. He's over there answering your questions. So check it out. Doug will be bopping back and forth. He's multitasking. We've got Miranda over there also in our YouTube feeds to help out. So feel free to ask questions. If I don't happen to see it, because sometimes these questions just fly by, I'm sure one of them will do that. So got some things you might want to keep in mind in the markets today before the market opens here in about 14 minutes or so. There's some news with the chip stocks. Keep an eye on them. And NVIDIA itself announced they're going to take a $5.5 million write-off. Is it million or billion? 5.5 million hit because of the tariff and the regulations that are in effect right now. So, sinking, rising waters raises all ships, just the same way when the tide goes out, it lowers all ships. So keep an eye on the tech sector. Does that mean they're going to go down? No, I'm not saying that at all. Don't form a bias. Just keep an eye on it and be aware that that news is out there. Also, you might want to keep an eye on the airlines. Again, not saying they're going up or down, but yesterday was it United Airlines reported. So, same thing. When news comes out, it tends to, other stocks also move in sympathy with those within a sector. And that's true of any sector. When one does well, they all tend to rise with it. And the same way, when they do poorly, they all tend to sink with it, even though their company didn't have the bad news. So check out the sectors. They tend to move together overall. So we will be watching for those things. Again, we don't come in here forming any bias on what the market's going to do. If we let's look at the S&P 500, which would be SPY. It is pulling back right now. The markets are just kind of flat. They're waiting to see here. It's been on a downward trend anyway here, right? We had a little bit of a rise earlier this morning, and right now it's kind of flat, but it is still in a downward trend. Again, we don't form a bias what it's going to do. As a general rule, when the markets are down in the pre-market, they tend to maybe get boosted at the market open. People want to buy things on sale. That may not be the case today, but check that out. In the same way, if the markets are low, generally they will take off at the open. So that's just a general rule. Again, recognizing that we're under some extraordinary news events here that may counteract that. So check out those different sectors. Also, in the airline thing, you might want to keep an eye on Boeing. China announced that they were stopping all receiving of new airliners from Boeing. That will directly probably impact them. Keep an eye on Boeing stock also. Again, do not form a bias. Trade the trade that's in front of you. So make sure when you go into the markets today that you are following all the coach's rules. They are in force at all times. Coach does have rules. Are you aware of what your coach's rules are? Well, let me share that with you. Coach, what are your rules?
Some of the rules. Okay, somebody. Perfect question. You're asking the right questions. I like it already. I'm new here. What are the rules? That's what I'm talking about. So again, right? Some of the most basic rules so I can help you guys. Think about this. Stop losses on each and every trade. What does that do? Keeps you from losing your accounts, right? Not hard. Paper trade only when you're a new trader. It makes sure you're not blowing up your accounts. You're not obviously ready for this, am I right? Think about it. Every rule I have is not make money, it's keep your money. Don't trade in the first 3 minutes or the last 8 minutes of the day. It's the hardest time of the day. I've been doing this 33 years. It's very hard. I get chopped up all the time, and I'm like, ooh, it looks good. Oh, it looks good. Oh, I'm going to do it again. Stop. I'm doing it to protect you. Right? If you're a new trader, don't trade in the first 30 minutes because it is the most volatile, right? Until we get the shift change. When volume comes in, again at 10 o'clock. I've been doing this. Why? The very beginning is like this. Yo. Typically, after the first 30 minutes, it will try to decide which way do I want to go today. I'm avoiding you getting wrecked, right? Last hour of the day is power hour, high volume, hedge fund managers making the things happen, trying to get markets to move the way that they want. I'm telling you to stay out of it. So if you're like, well, I keep getting burned up, why are you doing it? Right? Journal. It's for your own mental strength so that you can see what you are doing on a daily, consistent basis. That's all it is for. Did I trade it right or did I trade it wrong? What should I have done? What could I do better? That is what it's for, right? It's your homework every day. You guys can go back and review your trades and go over your journal and what should I have done right there and why did that not work out? It will help you, right? You're strengthening your brain and you're getting rid of your own stuff. Small position sizes. I say that because usually when you go into large, your emotions take over. You're not trading robotically. You're not trading the trades. You'll end up blowing up your accounts, right? That's when we make a lot of mental mistakes, is all the difference was we're going in too big. Let the runners run and stop out the losers. Again, notice the stop part is the most important. Stop out the losers so you don't continue to lose money. If you find yourself in these bleed out sessions, oh, well, I hope. Oh, it's going to come back. Oh, we'll see. Oh, it's coming down to support. Oh, it broke that support. Maybe this next, oh, stop. Draw a line in the sand. Use the stop. And then when you guys go green, right? Like, oh, I'm up 100. I'm taking that. That's my daily. That's what I told myself. That's what I told myself. If I can make 100, I'm going to take that. It could have turned into 2,000. Why are you taking 100? Let the runners run. I notice I never said take all the runners off the table. Never said that. I've never said that in my life. We use the shedding technique. We collect as it goes. We take off as it goes because that way we are guaranteeing locking in realized profits. Remember, nothing is realized until you actually click, right, the sell button. All these rules are in place, ladies and gentlemen. They're there to help you. If you can't do these very basic things we talk about, right, how are you going to advance? Stop saying, woe is me. Stop saying, I don't get it. Stop saying, I'm not a good trader. I guess I'm never going to get it. Yeah, because you can't follow my basic rules. They're there for a reason. Again, follow the freaking rules, right? And listen, I know when I get on you guys, I don't get to sell anything and I don't get to make any money. And it's just, I don't care. I need you guys to understand so that you guys can get ahead in life. This is what we're doing this for, right? So when I'm in this mode, right? And again, like, oh, I'm not listening to any of this. You need to listen to all this. This is where the secret sauce, this is the golden nuggets, not the coach, just call out that runner. That isn't going to do you any good, right? It doesn't matter. There's 8 million people in this room. We could call out stuff all day long. You could just hear us shouting stuff. That isn't going to help anybody. If you don't know what to do with it, what good does it matter if one is up or one is down? That means nothing to anybody if you don't know how to handle it. You might get lucky and catch a momentum, and you're like, oh, I'm a great trader, and you just keep getting out a million times. It's because it's been going in the same direction all damn day, right? Can you duplicate it? Can you recreate the process every day consistently? This is all about consistency, okay?
And there you go. Coach's rules. For those of you who could see it, let's make sure we follow them today on each and every trade. Again, most important, make sure you're always trading with a stop. Now, I got a little quiz for all of you out there watching, and including our live members. Our live members, all of our members are alive, or they wouldn't be members, right? All our paid members. I want you all to grab a pen and a piece of paper. Shouldn't be too hard to find because you follow Coach's rules and your journal should be sitting right next to you. All of our paid members, make sure you grab a pen and paper. All of those watching on social media, I'm going to ask you something, and I want you to instantly, without thinking about it, write your answer down. I'm not going to ask you for the answer, but I want you to write the answer down for yourself. Coach's rule, never lose more than 1 to 3% of your total account in any single day. How much is 3% of your total account? Write that answer down now. If you're grabbing for a calculator, shame on you. Before you begin trading every day, you need to know what that number is. I would venture to say You know, we have over 300 members live here in our live Zoom call. How many of you, don't answer this, it's just a rhetorical question. I would venture to guess, say a large percentage you didn't know that number this morning, right? One of coach's rules, if you don't know how much you need that you can lose before you have to quit for the day, why are you not obeying that rule? That's how we wreck our accounts, right? Same point, people at home, you should not be losing more than 1-3% of your total account at any given trading day. That helps to preserve your account. If you hit that number, then you need to call it quits for the day because things just aren't going your way, right? So, whatever that dollar amount is, keep that in mind, keep track. If you didn't know what that number was, shame on you, especially our paid members, right? They know better. So, again, we don't ask that very often. I just figured I'd just throw that out to you if you haven't thought about it recently. So, all right, so now that we know that number, we're about 3 minutes away from the opening bell. As always, paid members, keep your call out short, sweet, and to the point. Without commentary, mute your mic immediately upon completing that call out. Failure to do so will have consequences, as always. We will be doing these calls. We'll hold off on questions, comments about our profits and losses until after the first half hour. It's very hectic when the market opens. Do not form a bias when the bell opens. Give the market, if you're a new time trader, give the market at least a half hour to try to pick a direction. The first few minutes of the market's always the most volatile. You don't want to be caught up on that on the wrong side when it switches on you. So be safe, be smart, follow the coach's rules that we just played out there for you. Also, it's best to wait, sit on your hands if you have to. Don't get caught up in chop. Wait for that setup. Follow your trading criteria. Follow the training that coach gives us on every single day. If you're playing, especially call out the 2-minute EWOs when you see the first bar of that. If it forms and holds, please call that out so members can take a peek at it. For those listening on social media, at no time or with any of these things you hear people calling out Tesla or Apple or NVIDIA or so forth, is that an inducement to buy? Our members know that's not an inducement to buy. It's saying, hey, take a look at it. Time you hear the call out, something may have changed, right? Or the person may be mistaken what they thought they saw. It happens all the time. I've done it myself. Thought I saw something that really wasn't occurring. So these are not inducements to buy or sell. We are not a call out group. We will not tell you to buy or sell anything at any time. All it is, hey, take a look at it. Every member is trained up to make their own decisions when to enter and exit a trade. So we're glad you could be here with us today. Again, expect some more chop maybe today. It's hard to say. Keep an eye on the chip sectors with the news of NVIDIA taking a 5.5 hit. Check the airlines that may be reacting to the earnings yesterday. And also the news from Boeing from China that they're not going to take any more shipments for them for the time being until these things. So those are some things you can watch. Again, those are not an inducement or an endorsement to buy or sell any of those. Make all your own financial decision. Do your own research. So we're glad you could be here with us today. Again, Coach is out for the day. I am Mark McSee. I'm filling in for him today, and we will be here until 11 a.m. this morning. So, all right. Remember, if you any of our paid members have an emergency where you can't get out of a trade, make sure you call out and say I have an emergency, and we will stop the show to help you out. So let's go here, and we have a few seconds. There we go. Let's see what we got here at the opening. All right, we got Apple to the upside at the open. Apple large spike, AMD also going up at the moment. Markets are generally climbing at the moment. Again, give it time to settle down. The pre-market was down. Generally, they will go up at the opening. People jump in, take some profits, but due to their low entry. AMD or Apple's still kind of holding there. as all the rest of them are. Tesla, however, is about one of the big ones. Tesla and Meta are presently dropping down. Give them time to settle down, pick a direction. Don't assume because it's going up right now or it's going down right now that it's going to continue that way. Qs are pulling back. SPY is battling to stay there, which is the S&P 500. IWM is bouncing around also. That would be your Russell 2000. Again, Apple still taking off. Strong upside. Good. We'll know your key levels there. Apple Chat Gang, as part of the Gold membership, they have their own room in there. They're discussing this trade live as it happens. Again, they're not telling each other when to buy or sell, but they are discussing the trade. All right. AMD is still climbing also, as is NVIDIA. Now see if you...
Tesla's taking off, Mark.
Well, excuse me, what was that again?
Tesla's taking off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see how that reversed. So if you'd have formed a bias about NVIDIA, about their bad news, well, look at it. It's doing the exact same opposite probably of the bias you formed. Tesla also not having that great of news. Look what they're doing now. It went all the way down, up. Again, let it settle. AMD continuing to climb, as is NVIDIA. What's Soxel itself doing? Soxel's following suit. For those of you who like to trade a smaller group but get the benefit of the chip stock sector, that would be Soxel. Members are getting in here, getting out. Apple's getting a little bit of pullback at the 200. AMD continuing to climb here. Again, it broke through some critical levels. Again, watch for profit taking once it rises. First bar, the 2-minute EWO has formed on AMD. Again, it's still in a volatile state. First green on Tesla also. NVIDIA is on the second green, continuing to climb, still leveling out. Google, first green. Again, careful, exercise caution. We're only in the market for 3 minutes. There's a lot to be said what's going on here. Give it time to balance out. People decide what they want to do here. Just because NVIDIA is going up right now doesn't mean it can't suddenly and totally reverse course and end up down for the day. So trade to trade, it's in front of you. Again, these things I am saying are not call outs or inducements to buy. They are just say, hey, take a look. We have any one of our paid members looking at the airlines at all? Any airline followers in here this morning? How are they doing? We also looked at BCTX. It's still flat. Earlier today, we made some money on that. American Airlines.
Boeing looks pretty flat at the moment.
Okay, thank you. American Airlines pulled at the open, is now trying to bounce up a little bit. I'll take a look at Delta. Delta's mirroring American Airlines. So right now it looks like the major airlines are mirroring each other. As far as that goes. Take a look at Boeing. Yeah, they're pretty flat. No dramatic change there. IWM, the Russell 2000, continuing to climb nicely. First green EWO bar there also. It's approaching a critical double top there. Watch for a possible pullback. I don't have my IWM chart here. Again, I apologize to those following on TikTok. Coach is out today, so I am filling in. My system is not the same as Coach's. I'm unable to use YouTube Studio to broadcast, so I literally have my iPad pointed at my screen. For a better visual and audio experience, head on over to our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading, where you'll get our full screen view over there.
IWM is on its second green, stair-stepping nicely.
Thank you. Russell 2000, small cap sector. One of the key indices we watch here daily. Let's take a look at the Qs. Qs are a little bit rougher over there. That is the NASDAQ 100 stocks, basically tech. They're not 100% tech, but in all intents and purposes it is. And then you have SPY, which is the S&P 500 is flat. Right now, it looks like the small cap stocks are moving more at the moment. We have the S&P is down 0.87, NASDAQ's down almost 1.7, and the Russell's only down. It's about ready to go green. It's only down about 1/4 of a point. The Dow is down about 0.4%. So take a look at those accordingly. Again, we're not even 15 minutes into the market, so don't be forming anything. These are going to the moon, the ones that are currently climbing. NVIDIA is still taking off, right? You know, personally, I had my own bias. Not that I trade NVIDIA. I am a holder of NVIDIA, but I don't trade it actively. You would think with the news that it would have went down at the opening, right? Well, it's doing the exact opposite right presently. Doesn't mean that won't change. Apple on a pullback from its high at the open. AMD is also mirroring NVIDIA. The chip stocks are going up right now. They're going to the upside. And as is Soxel. So now, I mean, let's put it another way too. The other thing you have to consider is there's a temporary holdback on the for 90 days on the tariffs. So, you know, apparently NVIDIA's financial bad news is not going to really hold them down for right now anyway. So AMD is climbing, NVIDIA is nicely stepping up, and Soxel, which is your semiconductor ETF, which makes an entry into, if you want to get into the chip sector, that's one you may consider using. Tesla is holding its own back to the upside, still struggling there at the entry point. Getting a little bit of pullback on SPY. Here comes a little bit of pullback on NVIDIA. Some profit taking. AMD is just roaring. So you might start seeing some profit taking here now. It's about this time of the day they start doing this. Might see some pullbacks, especially if you're watching on a 1 minute chart. There's a 5 to 7 candle roll. If you get 5 of the same color, you generally see a pullback. It's just a time-based thing. 5 to 7 minutes is a long time for many traders to be in a trade, and they'll generally lock in some of them profits, and that's why you'll get a pullback many times. It works going up and down. Just a general rule, doesn't mean it works every time. Apple's gone flat on us right here. Initial excitement at the open, and as you can see, look what it's done. It's pulled back. So AMD, looks like our chip sectors are some of the best runners this morning. NVIDIA continuing to climb. Meta is trying to break out there above VWAP, struggling there. Let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, Meta's in a battle to break out. That's on a 2 minute chart. Let me put that on our 1 minute chart. Let me put that on a 2 minute. Broke through VWAP actually. I got my chart there. Anyway, keep an eye on the chip sector. Again, be cautious. Be ready for a pullback should it occur. Always trade with stops to protect your downside. As you gain in profits, you know, slide your stops up to lock in some of your profits while maintaining a safe distance so that you don't get stopped out. So we have the chip stocks, AMD. We have Google actually is on a green EWO, but it is pulling back pretty hard as we speak. And IWM is kind of flattened out, trying to decide where it wants to go, as is the S&P is pulling back. Nice pullback on the S&P. SPY coming back down. All right. How we doing over there, TikTok? We trading smartly this morning? Keep your heads on a swivel. Keep an eye on these for your pullbacks, for taking a profit. Demetrius, how do you see this in real time? Well, you would see it better if you were over on YouTube, but all social medias have a 20 to 45 second delay. If you want to see this happen in real time, that's one of the benefits of membership. Membership does indeed have its privileges. You could be in here in a live Zoom call with the other currently 357 members that are live in our Zoom call. They can open their mic and talk, ask questions anytime, and they get a live view of my screen instantly in real time without the social media delay when it goes out to the interwebs. All right. There, SPY's flat. NVIDIA is still stair-stepping up, as is AMD is getting a little bit of a pause here at a critical level around that 90.47. I don't trade AMD, but that line is old, and look, we got a double top right there, just as I expected. Right, there's a double top, AMD at a double top. What happens at double tops? You can expect a possible pullback as it tests that level. We're looking for a breakout above that 99.47 level. Wait for a break and hold if you're not currently in the trade. To see that there's some firm. Amazon is now in a green EWO also. Amazon. It's fighting. It's trying to stair step up. It'll be approaching a double top here shortly also. So remember, these stocks, when they pull back, now they're going back up to trying to fight their way back up. They're going to have to fight through the same levels going up as they did when they came down. Thank you. Russell's now consolidated. It's also in that double top area. It didn't really break out. It did go slightly above it, but nothing dramatically there. So you can put a line right there. It's got to break through that 186.5 basically area. Look for a break and hold above that. Also, AMD, again, that 49, 90, 47 area, wait for breaks and holds. What do we got over here on NVIDIA? NVIDIA still stair-stepping up. It's pulling back off its spiked high of the day. As you can see at the 107.38-ish level, we have a double top. Well, the wick that's there anyway. Probably more around 107.03 area. The 107 levels is the body of that double top. And as you can see, it wicked up there and is now pulling back. And we'll see, well, retest it and see if it breaks through. Well, that's what we have to wait and see. Usually we'll get a pullback on double tops, double bottoms, those type of things. Know your key levels. That's how important it is, so that you can take advantage of those reactions to those key levels, key indicators, key historical levels that you have charted out on your charts. All right. How we doing over there on YouTube? We trading smartly over there? See Doug's taking good care of you over there, answering questions. TikTok, how we doing? Tesla's flattened out. It's hanging out between the indicators and VWAP. We'll need to break to the upside of VWAP or to the downside of the 21. They're kind of all crammed together there, which is could potentially be a good thing if it decides to break out, because your indicators are all jammed up there now, so it doesn't have as far to travel to break through to the upside or break through to the downside. Problem is, we don't know which side it wants to go right now. It's consolidating while they fight over the prices. You can see Tesla's been in a fairly tight channel here for a little while, right? And you can tell by using Coach's IT 2.0 indicators, there's a regression channel here. You can see where these wicks here wicked out right at that regression channel. All right, now we're getting pulled back off of NVIDIA's high of the day. I would guess that NVIDIA or AMD is doing the same as I would guess Soxel would be too. Here, let's take a look. Yes, they are mirror images of each other. They're pretty much acting the same exact way, as you can expect in the chip sector. You'll always have those that go. Big pull on Tesla. Big pull back on Tesla. It's coming back down to a double bottom here. Oh, just blowing through that. You have another level down there around that 247.75 levels, something in that neighborhood. What's that line there? About 70. Down around that area. Again, know where to.
SOXS looks like it's forming a cup. It's at VWAP now.
Thank you. Microsoft pulling hard. Markets are pulling now. They've taken profits from the top. Again, this is why we don't form a bias of what's going to happen here today. If you just walked in and looked at these charts, oh, NVIDIA's going to the moon, it's going up all day today. That's not how it works, folks. People will take Tesla, first red EWO, bouncing off a level down here. Again, don't assume that it's going down for sure. It's still fighting for positions here. All right, Apple on the downside, red EWO there. Broken held below the 9. A downward play on that. A&D is kind of trying to hold its own there right now. It's a little bit stronger hold there than what NVIDIA is at the moment. It's holding its own. It still has not broke through that 90.47 level. That's a key level. Give or take a few pennies, right? You can call it $90.50 if you like. That probably makes more sense. Nothing else. It's a psychological level, right? Microsoft continuing to drop. Q's coming down to a double bottom. Watch that low down there. Tesla's still struggling to find a place down below, whether it wants to stay down there or not. Still fighting. They're fighting over the price currently on Tesla.
Take a look at FREG.
Thank you. FREG. As soon as my chart loads up here. FREG. Is that what you said? No.
FRGE.
Oh, GE. Thank you. Fridge. Big pullback from its high. Now, this is a good example. He called that out. I was delayed in typing it in. Look how much something changed that fast, right? That's why you don't chase call-outs, people. The time you hear this out on your social media networks, it may have went already back up because you are another 20 to 40 seconds behind when I brought this chart up. So the time you see this on your social medias, it may be totally different. Tesla's still holding. It looks like possibly a reversal here to the downside, possibly. Maybe it's still fighting. Got a scenario where it might want to pull down to that 248 level, which is at right now. It's not quite there even. There was a big wall at 248 even. And I think that disappeared. They pulled that out of there. Can't see it at the moment. As you can see, buyers are trying to fight it. SPY second red EWO, S&P 500. And look what happened. It's a weak. It got weak down there and it bounced off the double bottom. Right? Lower level. Look at that wick. Hit that and bounce. Just the same way as it bounces off the top, it will bounce off double bottoms, triple bottoms. And you can make plays on that. Again, the trend is what? Down, but it's still fighting. No definitive yet. This is why we recommend sitting, if you're a new trader, sit on your hands the first half hour. Meta, same thing. Kind of bounced off this consolidation down here and is trying to determine what it wants to do. You got a little bounce here. Nothing convincingly strong. Tesla has a big buy order in there at the 249 level. There it is. It got filled that quick, I believe.
WIMI halted up.
Thank you.
NVIDIA keeps bouncing the 9 on the 2-minute.
Yes, thank you. It's testing VWAP now, NVIDIA. Again, we don't know where this is going to go. It could potentially bounce off VWAP. Again, if you're not in this, you want to wait on a break and hold away from VWAP before you think about entering one way or the other. And VWAP will act like a magnet and just keep it sucked down there. So don't make a big decision on one candle unless you have supporting data that you think is an effect. Let's take a look at NVIDIA's L2 here real quick. You got some buyers want to come in at 105.70-ish, which is where it's at now. Here is a big order down to 105.60, which would indicate it wants to come down that area, which is not that far. That's just below VWAP. It's not really far enough to get it away from VWAP if it did drop down to there. Again, these L2 order books change every second. So what you may see now could be gone in that amount of time. Apple, nice. EWO to the downside. I'm sure our Apple dumpling gang over there in our live Apple chat for our gold members are killing it over there. Nice play to the downside, broke through the double bottom. It's now approaching, if it can get down there, the Asian market low, London low. It hasn't got there yet. Could bounce right there. You do have a level right where it's at now that it could bounce, reject, and go back up. It'll be a minor little low double bottomish type of thing going on there also. And you're approaching that as we speak on Apple. And our Apple members and our trained members, paid members, know what to do with this information. There it is, testing that level. Now, what is it going to do? Statistically, it's to do what? Bounce, but we don't know that. We always use our training and being patient to see what it wants to do. It could easily blow through that level as much as it could blow up, right? Generally, you might get a little bit of a bounce up and then come back down and retrace. How do I know that? I learned that from Coach over here at AmericanDreamTrading.com. Tesla, second red EWO, coming also testing a double bottom. Tesla. Apple's testing here still. Doesn't know what to do. Got a doji there right now. Take a quick peek at, and there's your little bit of bounce that's off there. An experienced scalper can make money doing those things. Doesn't mean it's reversing. It's testing. Here you go with Tesla. Double bottoms, triple bottoms, whatever you know. It's down at the bottom again. It's going to test. Right? These are all test levels. They'll check those historical bounces here. If you scroll back on your chart, you'll see more test at this level. And again, same thing applies. It can bounce, come back and retest. It can bounce and reverse course, or it can break through down to the downside more. Trade to trade that's in front of you. Don't try to guess where it's going. WIMI on halt time at 9:54:52. Let's look back at Fridge. It was called out earlier. It did pull back during the call out by the time I got the chart up. When he called it out, obviously it was going up, but it fiddled around and didn't get it brought up there soon enough. So now it's coming back up to retest. I would be very careful there at that $13 mark. It's a whole number. It's a psychological plus. It would be a double top. It's retesting that area now. If you're not currently in the trade, keep an eye at that $13 level. Apple gang, look at that, testing that. It's still testing that level there, right? Still trying to do it. It's broke through it, but it hasn't broken held yet. So if you're already in it, you're in a beautiful trade, 6-star trade, right? All your indicators are in the rear view mirror, including VWAP and a 200 moving average. Again, we trade each trade according to what we see in front of our face. We don't try not to prejudge. We're evaluating each candle as it happens. There's nothing to say to get out of this trade. Look at that ginormous pull on that. Oh, my. I'd ask David how they're doing, but I know he's very intensely watching this trade. We'll get with him later when things settle down to hear how they did over there. I can just by this chart, that is a beautiful thing if you were in shorts or puts to the downside. Amazon also following suit to the downside. I do not have that chart up. Let me pull that real quick. Amazon, really a nice pull to the downside. Yes, we do make money when the markets go up. We make money when the markets come down. As you can see, Amazon is also testing its critical level also. SPY is continuing to pull with the markets. Well, it's pulling because of the markets. It doesn't pull independently. So we're still beautiful red EWO. Hopefully you're in those shorts also and puts on SPY. Been in this EWO here. Members, I guarantee you, are making boatloads of cash from the
Shift change, 5 minutes.
Thank you. I'm Jim over there on TikTok live chat. Coach is out taking care of some business that he's been having to put off for a long time, so Coach will be out today. He's basically running errands is what he's doing, taking care of business He's so busy with this every day. He's got to make time to do other things also. So, Coach will be here today. Also, a reminder, this Friday is Good Friday. The stock market will be closed. We will not be live on Friday with any of our lives. That includes this portion live. Also, the futures live training will also not be going, even though the futures markets will be open in a limited capacity. We will not have any lives also on Friday. There will be no, for our VIP Gold members, there will be no Saturday session. Everybody enjoy your Easter weekend this weekend. Probably most of you get together with family and food and stuff, so make sure you take time to smell the roses, enjoy life, right? All right, so as Friday, it'll be a long 3-day weekend. Futures members and crypto members will get to trade irregardless because those markets don't stop other than an hour a day on futures. Crypto is 24/7. All right, so now we're at an impasse here. Market's trying to figure out what it wants to do. 3 minutes away from shift change, which is the top of the hour, where you get an influx of volume. And volume is just that. It's neither good nor bad. You never know which way the volume is going to stack up. What do we got going on here? We got some business inventory, retail inventories numbers coming out at 10. That shouldn't really do much as far as moving the market. It's a minor indicator, but you never know. So, anyhow, Google is trying to come back up. Test VWAP, Amazon's, they're all kind of just sitting there flat right now. We got a minute and 15 before shift change. Right. WIMI failed to open at its scheduled on halt time, so you can add 5 minutes to that. So expected to resume at around 9:50, 9:52, which is another minute here, 2 minutes basically away. So keep an eye on WIMI. We can take a quick peek at that real quick while we're waiting on shift change to happen here. See how it looks. WIMI is a hologram group. It did pause to the upside. Be careful with that. WIMI, WIMI. Sometimes these do not unhalt as expected. It gives us the Securities Exchange Commission to take a look at it, make sure there's nothing fishy going on with a sudden influx of volume and price fluctuation. Generally, that happens around 5 to 10% rise at any one time in a short period of time. Take a look, see where NVIDIA is at. All right. So we'll take a look at the overall markets. 1 minute till shift change. The S&P 500 is down 1.4%. The NASDAQ down 2.2%. The Russell down 0.7%. And the Dow down almost 0.8%. So we are red for the morning. Continuing our downward trends. And in direct relationship, the metals such as gold are up 2.7%. So I know of the members that are trading futures this morning, if they're in trading gold or energy such as oil or currencies, are doing fairly well. NVIDIA, strong pull to the downside, 15 seconds to shift change. There we go. Shift change, influx of volume. Again, it doesn't mean it's going to shoot up or shoot down. Volume is just that, volume. More people trading it. All right. Again, if you have any questions over there on our live socials, feel free to type in your question in the chat box, and we'll try to do our best to make sure you get your question answered.
Why am I opened and it gapped up and it's moving up again?
Thank you. There you go. Again, watch for profit taking. If you got stops, you want to manage your stops. Do not touch your stops when anything is halted. You could break your stop. So you want to make sure that you're locking in profits as you get a chance. It's got a doji there. It's very indecisive what they want to do with that. You got a wall. Well, you got a psychological wall right at $6, right? Even if there's no orders there, it's still a psychological effect on that. It's about right there. It's 1 penny off. Not that big of a deal. Tune that a little bit. You got a wall at 6, and you have a wall to the upside also at 420. And we might be getting some movement up that way here shortly. If people want to take profits, we'll have to see. Right. Watch that. See if it breaks that 620 down, which it did. Now you got a walls down there at 649, 650. Good upside again. Slide your stops up, lock in your profits. Did Weemy have news? Let's see here. Raise a stake. They increased their stake in another company that they are investing in. And that's been a few weeks ago. So anyway, watch that. Nice stair step up. Getting walks. Weemy. Weemy is now up 60%. Has a low float. It's already 4 times its normal daily volume. So there's a lot of volume pouring in here right now.
I think it halted again.
Yeah, it looks like it on my chart here. Thank you. If so, it should be scheduled on halt in about 5 minutes. Yes, 10.
Put a few hundred shares at $4.
Wow, good job. Up $2 a share. Woo!
I'm getting panicky. I think I'm gonna shed half of it.
Well, we don't want to panic. We want to keep a cool head on our shoulder, right?
Well, yeah, I mean,
I know
not
what you
panicky,
mean.
but
Right.
I just, the pullback.
Yep. You can shed half and let the runner run. If it does, nothing else, slide your stop up. However, do not touch your stop during a halt. You potentially can break that halt, and if it pulls back at the open, you won't have anything to protect you other than your finger, right, to shut that down. What caused a big spike? More investors coming in. We just call it shift change. It's neither good nor bad. All right, so there we go. Markets are kind of hanging out. Google's trying to get a nice pop, second green EWO on Google. Nvidia is just trying to decide what it wants to do. It's still in a downtrend presently. We are looking at Ron the Don. We are looking at WIMI, Weemy Hologram Cloud Incorporated. It is now halted the second time. Scheduled unhalt is at 10:08 even.
NEM is on a quad top.
Okay, thank you. Again, if you do not have WIMI charted out, make sure you get some levels on there so that you can see. A quick way to do that is to throw it on a 4-hour chart, right? And you can start popping some lines. And if you see this, look at that. There's a line. Look how these here, see how these here reached? Oh, look, that's where that candle was halted at on a 4-hour. So you can just go through here. It literally takes 10, 15 seconds, 30 seconds once you learn how to do this, to get you some levels on there, right? Get your line. Now you got a roadmap, something you can look at, and those are now points of decisions that you can work with. Combine that with the L2, you got a powerful chart. Tesla is trying to break through the VWAP in the 200. Coming back up again. What it fought through to go down, it's got to fight through to come back up. Again, large gamma candle on Tesla. The markets are still red overall. Apple.
Hey, Mark,
Yes, sir.
with regards to like Weemy, what causes it to freeze like that for 5 minutes?
It's a halt based on price movement. There are circuit breakers in effect during the open market. It can halt on news and it can halt on volume. It goes up. There's depending on the size of the stock, I think it's between 5 to 7, and then there's another level that's whatever 8 to 10 or 12. If it climbs or falls that much at any given time in that time parameter, stock automatically halts. The computers halt it. It gives NASDAQ and the SEC a chance to look at it, make sure there isn't something fishy going on, that's artificially moving that. And it's a 5-minute hold. Now, sometimes they may take longer to figure out what's going on with it, and your holds can be extended, generally in 5-minute increments. But after the first hold, if it's an extended hold, actually it can unhold at any time. But generally, it is a 5-minute increments. So. So, all right, AMD is flattened out. NVIDIA is also trying to figure out what it wants to do. They're all key critical levels. Q's off a double bottom bounce, just like clockwork. Look at that. See how that works? It's on a 2-minute chart. Again, trend is still down. The trend is your friend. So if you're going to play these double bottom bounces or double top bounces, you have to treat it as a scalp, because it's a short-term play. You don't know what could happen when you go against a trend. You're on your own, right? You've went off the reservation if you're fighting the trend, so you have to treat it accordingly. Rhonda Don, you said thank you, Coach. I'm not Coach, just in case you didn't know. I don't know if you were just saying that just for the heck of it, but Coach is out today. I'm Mark McSee. I'm one of the training moderators here at AmericanDreamTrading.com. I will be live again later today at 2 p.m. Eastern Time through 4 p.m. for our live futures education and training outreach. Google really taking off. Google.
Tesla's on a 2-minute EWO to the upside.
Thank you. Google blasting off to the upside. Broke through a double top. A nice little breakout there. Again, there's some critical levels up there that it's going to have to deal with here shortly. Right now, that one looks halfway decent. Apple's trying to do its bottom bounce, trying to get up off the ground where it dropped to. Members made a lot of money. How'd your members do over there, David, in the Apple gang, Apple chat, with that down play on Apple this morning, if you're available?
Still got runners at 21%. I think the highest I've seen so far on any of the runners was about 37%.
Wow.
And right now, of course, you can see we're watching the 9 to see if it's going to hold up there, because that actually puts us back in a little bit of an upper channel above 197.
Yep.
Not a total panic yet, but definitely we've already had opportunities to shed.
Yep. Beautiful play, down play this morning. If you're a VIP Gold member or a Diamond member, you can participate. We have a special channel over there for people that like to trade Apple exclusively, where David and Eric helps out over there also, one of our other moderators, walk you through trades exclusively with Apple. And he also is teaching why they are doing that. Again, they're not calling out buys and sells or when to short, when to shed or any of those things. But they do learn that. And David publicly posts in that channel all his trades every single day. And the reason he does that, so that the members that are trading Apple can go back in there later when they get a chance, and they can see, oh, here's a timestamp on this trade that David said. Here's a timestamp on that trade. And they can go back and compare those and see how that worked out with the historical chart after the fact. And it helps increase their learning in that manner. So we train all different ways here. NVIDIA is working on VWAPs, kind of in a tough spot. It wants to go back to having a green EWO, but it's got to break through VWAP. It's in a really rough spot at the moment, whether it'll break through or not. Again, the overall market sentiment is down. Google is starting to pull back a little bit from that top up there where it shot up to, but get a little bit of consolidation. it's a thinking whether once they want to go higher. Microsoft has also had a bottom bounce, as is Nvidia, SPY, Tesla. Yes, sir.
NMAX, the previous hot stock pick in the IPO, just taking off at 10% from its low this morning.
Thank you. That would be Newsmax, NMAX, and Nancy, Mary, Albert, X-ray. I know that's not the official words, but NMAX, Newsmax, Newmax.
It looks critical. Yeah, it looks critical right there.
All right, thank you. For those you follow that IPO, which took off like crazy, made our members lots of money. Now it's pulled back and is working as a typical IPO does when the initial excitement's over. Our members were aware of those type of things because they receive that training from Coach on a daily basis. Yeah, thank you, Ron. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. I knew what you meant. I just wanted to make sure. What's going on over there? Pete, over there on YouTube chat. How you doing over there? I see you're a very active participant today. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. 2-minute EWO and Tesla. Huh? Good for you. What's my thoughts about this? Well, I can give you some thoughts. Can't give you any financial investment or tax advice because neither I nor any other member of American Dream Trading are licensed financial advisors, and as such, we can never give you financial, investment, or tax advice at any time. Tesla's in chop right now. It's in chop city. Yes, if you got into EWO, you could be, but you would have got on that big gamma candle. It's just going to have to break through here. Does it have enough energy to do it? I don't know, right? What's Tesla look like as far as, let me put it on a 1 hour chart here. Take a little bit bigger picture without going out too far. Well, does it look like Tesla might be trading within a channel right now and at the bottom of that type of channel? See this here? I don't trade Tesla, but I have a couple lines, but I don't actively trade it. But you can see how this it stays within channels when it trades, right? So now it went from this channel here. Now it's moved up here. So, is it going to stay within that range today? It's hard to say. It could even drop back down. Right now, as you can see on a 1 hour chart, it's pretty well flat, right? Yes, on a 1 or 2 minute chart, you had that huge spike. But if you go a little longer view, it's not really that exciting, is it? Right? But if you look at the big picture, it's kind of in a channel right now. And it's none of that is in the 1 minute chart. It's actually consolidating, right? So it's a wait and see kind of thing right now. Patience if you're already in the trade, right? Just have an exit plan if you need one. You should have a plan on what you want to do if it goes up and what you're going to do when it goes down, right? Where do I want to exit? Where is my line in the sand that I want to exit this trade based on your training and experience? Yes, sir. Pete, I see you here every day. Yep. When you're ready to step up that membership, head on over to AmericanDreamTrading.com. All right, what else we got? We're taking a little lull here. Let me tell you a little bit about American Dream Trading. Let me show this little, I like to call it an infomercial. It's just a little good little about 5 minute video. Gives you an overview of what's going on here at American Dream Trading, different memberships and benefits, because membership does have its privileges. I will remind members that keep your mics muted while this is playing. If there's a call out, please type it into the Zoom chat if you would be so kind to do so. TikTok, once again, you won't be able to hear this. It is closed caption, so you can read it as it happens. So that's how, if you want the better look, again, go over to our YouTube channel. So let me take care of this here. A little bit more about AmericanDreamTrading.com.
So if you guys are interested in joining us, head on over to AmericanDreamTrading.com. You guys can sign up for a free Discord or one of our paid membership. Our first paid membership that we have is our regular premium membership. With that, you guys will get access to our Zoom. Inside of our Zoom, you will have a live open microphone. You will get live training and trading starting at around 8:45 until market close every day at 4 p.m. when the market is open. You guys will also receive the hot stock pick, the pre-market setup where we go over strategic levels videos of certain key different stocks throughout the day you can use, and also at the opening of the bell. As a regular paid member, you will also get the IPO Center, so any new and exciting IPOs that come out, you will get them first. Plus, all the videos on demand. We have around 11 videos to help you get started on your journey with us here at American Dream Trading. They'll go over things like day trading, swing trading, covered calls, cash secured puts, the wheel option strategy, our 2-minute EWO strategy that I have designed and developed from being in the stock market over 33 years. When you're ready to step it up, you can join our VIP membership. By the way, the premium membership starts at $200 a month. The VIP membership starts at $500 a month. With the VIP membership, you guys will get access to early training and trading starting at 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's 12 hours of access to us with some of our self-made millionaires, mentors. And then you'll get training with me starting around 8 o'clock every single day. You guys will get the VIP lounge. All the workshop classes, we put on a workshop class once per month. You will get all of the previous workshop classes and any future workshop classes as long as you're a paid member. You'll also get all the VIP training videos. We have over 50 beginner and advanced videos to help your journey. We also have the TradingView indicators. These are an overlay indicator system that goes on top of TradingView. It will require a subscription, which is about $15 a month. This is my 2-minute EWO strategy. You guys can use this with stock, options, futures, and crypto. If you're a VIP member and you want to step it up to our highest level that we have right now, which is VIP Gold, you can do that for an additional $250 a month. Now, with all of our services, you can buy monthly, quarterly, semi-quarterly, or annual, and sometimes we have lifetime deals on these, so make sure you guys are watching for deals. With the VIP Gold, you guys are going to get all the mastermind classes for free, and we have another one coming up. I will let you know when that is coming. You'll also get 1 hour of tech support where we can remote in and look at your systems and help you get set up with your charts, etc. This is not a one-on-one, but this is to help you get started if you need it. We also have weekend training every Saturday at 11 a.m. If you guys have busy lives and schedules and your jobs, right, are always in the way of you trying to get training, well, we have weekend training. We also have the VIP Gold Lounge access, the VIP Gold Priority Help Desk support. We have our news service where we're giving daily and weekly outlooks of the news. We also have breakout rooms every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. with our other self-made millionaires and mentors, so make sure you guys check that out. Everything inside of the VIP room is recorded, so all of these sessions are recorded for you, including all the training that I had mentioned before. You can catch all of this in the replays only for VIP Gold members, so if you have busy lives, everything is recorded for you. Of course, we have other things inside of the VIP Gold, like the 90-day challenge, the debt-free challenge, where we're helping you to become debt-free, and our brand new in beta live Apple chat, where you guys can watch one of our moderators, David over there, live trade Apple with the 2-minute EWO strategy that I have designed and developed. He has made currently at this time, as of December 2024, he is over $320,000 in profits that he has made using this strategy over the last 2 years. We also have our brand new futures membership. You guys will start getting training for futures from noon to 4 p.m. every day, and all the training videos, terminology, everything you need to get started in futures with our futures membership. With the futures membership, you guys also get the TradingView indicators. So those are only available to VIP and futures members. Some of our a la carte services you guys can get, you can get a one-on-one with a moderator. We have all of our training videos like the mastermind classes, how to grow a small account part 1 and 2 when it's released, but you guys can buy those from our website. You guys can also get inside of our mentorship program. Our mentorship program is $500 a month. You will sit with me every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern for an hour in a small, intimate group where we can go over larger items or just get you kickstarted, right? Can be IRAs, 401ks, SEP, anything you guys want to talk about, swing trading, day trading, right? Anything that you guys want to get inside of that room. It's just like having a one-on-one with me every single week. And again, those are all of our products and services you guys can get at any time by going to AmericanDreamTrading.com.
All right, that's a little bit about American Dream Trading. So head on over to our website and take advantage of those memberships that we are currently offering to you. We are running a special promotion on those, as I mentioned earlier. Let me give you another peek at those real quick while we're talking about AmericanDreamTrading.com. Here's our promo, our current promotion. Take a look at these. These are also, you can find this information also on our free Discord and on our website. But this is a little thing that we made for it. A little handy dandy chart. We're doing the Diamond Lifetime Membership. This is our all-inclusive kitchen sink, everything thrown in that we've ever done, that we've ever produced, all training materials, all documents, all videos, and access to all channels, everything ADT, anything that's ever been created. And as a bonus, it's also, you never pay again for anything that we do in the future, right? So, take advantage of that. That is our creme de la creme. That's the top. Again, this is a lifetime membership. You'll pay one and done. During this promotion, you can pay one payment of $10,000 if you like. Pay it one and done, or we will allow you during this promotional period only to make two payments of $5,000 each. We also have our VIP Gold Complete package, which is a combination of our VIP membership and our VIP Gold memberships into one package. It's available now for $8,000. That is a huge savings, and we'll allow you to make two $4,000 payments. VIP Lifetime you can get for $4,000. We'll allow you to make two payments there, half each. If you're already a VIP Lifetime member, you can add the gold add-on to that. Okay. And we also have the Futures Lifetime, which is right up my alley. I love the Futures. It's my cup of tea. It's my jam. And I'm also live over there on all the social medias starting at 2 o'clock later on this afternoon. You can get a lifetime membership there. That's over $1,000 off the top to start with. And you can get that for $4,000 or two easy payments of $2,000 each. Now, one thing you're going to need to keep in mind, if you fail to make your second payment on time, your membership will be discontinued and no refunds issued. So these are lifetime deals. The payments must be made, or no refunds, no nothing, right? So make sure you do that. And we also have our membership, those same memberships. If you want to pay for them annually, you can do that also. Annually, semi-annually, quarterly, monthly. Our premium membership, it did say on that video, was $250 a month. That's our entry level one. It's actually $125 now. So there's a little bit things that are slightly outdated on that video, but head on over to our American Dream Trading website for further information. Make sure you grab that free Discord too. That's the first thing you should grab, is our free Discord over there. That way you can get inside, kick the tires a little bit. Gives you instant access to our stock lounge, where you can communicate with other members of American Dream Trading. You can ask questions, and participate there that way. You can also have access to some free training materials, videos, and documents that are not available for free elsewhere on our YouTube channel. And by the way, if you weren't aware of that, over on our YouTube channel, we have over 2,000 free, totally free training videos that you can go watch at your leisure. If you click on the appropriate tab over there on our YouTube page, we even have them grouped by subject matter. Highly recommend you start looking at the 2-minute EWO strategy that Coach teaches here each and every day. So there's that. So thank you for checking that out. By the way, these promotional videos, they are limited in number. As a matter of fact, that number is programmed into our web page over there for purchasing our or through our website. Once those orders are filled, they will no longer be offered. They'll be off the table. And as another reminder, Coach can discontinue these offers at any time. These are here at the pleasure of him. So can't say these are going away today or tomorrow. I'm not saying that at all. They might, but I'm not saying they are, right? Coach has not said that he's going to stop these on this certain day yet. All right, Tesla attempting to break through this double top. Fighting, will it make it? Or is it going to stay down here in the lower part of this channel? You pretty much have to get up here around this 250 plus, 250 and a quarter and a half, somewhere in that neighborhood. I'd say 250 and a quarter. Here we go, trying it. Broke through that. Well, look at that. See, maybe that's all it needed me to do is talk about it a little bit. Hasn't broken held, so don't be getting excited yet, right? Anytime you break through a level, you want to wait on that break and hold that confirmation candle. And this is a perfect setup of a confirmation candle. You might want to wait and see what this does, because this could just pull back real quick. So you want to give it a few seconds. Patience will pay. All right? As you can see, if you'd have jumped in as soon as that candle formed, where would you be right now? Wow, you'd be in a losing trade, wouldn't you? That's
double top too.
Yes, it is, right? I told you, I said to wait for that break and hold above that 250 and a quarter, right? Which it did. It broke, but it didn't hold, right? So that's just one of the trading principles that Coach teaches here. Scalping, he teaches scalping, 2-minute EWO strategy, swing trading, investment trading, dividend reinvestment trading, all those kind of things. There's all kinds of different trading strategies that you can apply depending on what's happening in the market. You know, right here, this could be considered channel trading, right? You could ride this up and down as it moves up and down. You can scalp that, right? I can make money on individual candles by scalping, right? I can jump in, play it to the upside. I can play it to the downside, right? So that's another, that's a lot harder, but you can make some serious money trading these things up and down. The danger is sometimes, like you have here with Tesla today on a 2-minute candle, look at the wicks. Look how much those wicks movements there are in each candle. So it takes a special type of skill to do that, but you can make money in these markets. I made very good money in yesterday's market, kind of doing the same thing, right? Trading, well, I was in the futures, trading ES, same thing as SPY. And it got to be pretty choppy. I took advantage of the small runs when it had it, but I basically scalped it the whole time I was trading, and I actually did pretty well on it. I was pleased with the outcome. Yes, I had losing trades. Yes, I lost the money on a few trades, but I was very green when it was all said and done. You're not always going to have every trade be green. I have red trades every day, just like every other trader here does. Some of those were my own fault. Some of them was just the market, just the way it moved at that time, right? So, yes, I had some bad decisions I made. It cost me money. Try to reduce the amount of times I do that by evaluating every trade before you enter. And that's the danger of scalping. You keep jumping in and out without reevaluating your trade in rapid order. Because you can literally trade one of these candles in, a couple times in a minute, right? So, but doing so, you're not really paying attention to what's going on around you. Always be aware of your surroundings. Evaluate every trade. That's why the 2-minute EWO strategy is a fantastic strategy. If you get nice runs on there, you make one click to get in, one click to get out. A lot less stressful. Google's still holding its own up there, by the way. Google's been a very nice trade. It's doing a little bit of consolidating here. See what it wants to do. It is now 1 hour into the market since the market opened. Keep an eye on what's IWM doing right now. It's kind of flat also. So I like trading IWM. I used to trade it all the time. It is flat also. So we have in the indices themselves are overall flat, right? But individual stocks are running, right? They're moving. You can make money off them. AMD is now gone flat, right? Chip sector. Remember I mentioned watch chip sector this morning? Oh, look, I quite honestly, I was expecting it to go down on that news from NVIDIA, but that's why we do not form a bias. I didn't form a bias, but you can't help but have one, right? Oh, that's bad news, right? But you trade to trade that's in front of you. Whatever you see, that's what you trade. Don't be unduly influenced by things that you hear, right? Especially the talking heads on TV on all the financial news networks. I commented on one I was listening to last week or the week before, and everything was coming down on the initial tariff views. Oh, the sky's on fire, it's burning, and commentators on TV, oh, the end of the world is nigh, right? We were all in here making all kinds of money. We didn't have any issues, right? Why is that? Because Coach teaches us how to make money when the market goes up, how to make money when the market goes down, and how to make money when the market goes sideways or it gets in these channels, how to trade that. Those are all specialized trading techniques that you can use to maximize your profits. So there's IWM. What the Qs? Did I look at the Qs already? Yeah, Qs are even kind of coming back up a little bit here. It's about 2/3 of the way back up after its initial pull, but it's kind of consolidating with the rest of the market. Meta's trying to eke out a green EWO. A little on the weak side there, I think. Let's see what Meta looks like. Again, nothing that would really want me to throw a bunch of money at it. Again, not investment advice, but you can see it's at some critical levels here also. Basically flat, right? Everything's just kind of flat right now. So sometimes you have to learn when to fold them, right? Never count your money while you're sitting at the table, right? Till the dealing's done. Know when to walk away. Know when to run, right? So sometimes you're just done for the day. Wash your hands in the market, brush the dust off your shoes, call it a day, take your profits and go home. Don't force trades and cause yourself to lose money. Nothing wrong with that at all, right? Other days, market may be just taking off one way or the other, and you're in there all day trading, making money. You don't even get time to get up off your chair. So, take advantage of it. Maybe the sun's shining where you're at. Unfortunately, here in Ohio, it ain't. But yes, sir. Nolan, Mr. Miller.
Yes, sir. I was just going to say I was up 226% on my account today.
Holy cow.
On NVIDIA puts.
Wow.
I held overnight. Yeah.
Wow, that is outstanding.
Because last week I didn't put my stop in and I lost 75% of my account. So I've learned my lesson.
There you go. So what did you do? Are you saying you broke one of Coach's rules?
Yes, sir. I'm hard-headed. I'm one of the hard-headed ones.
What happened to your account when you didn't listen? You broke Coach's rules?
Yeah, it went away just about.
Ooh, yeah, there you go. Again, as you remember from Coach's that video I played you, it's not there. His rules are not there to make you money. They're to help you preserve your money, right?
Correct.
Now look at the difference. Look at the difference.
Yes, sir.
Following them rules. Congratulations. Good job.
Thank you, sir.
Not only did you learn an expensive lesson last week, now you're learning a profitable lesson, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Good job.
I've been here since about a month after he went live a couple of years ago, and I'm just now getting it. It just takes time. Some people learn faster than others.
Exactly.
So.
Be patient.
I was just being patient and just doing training and kept training and I need to stop being hard-headed. And last week that kind of clicked in my brain that, hey, they're there for a reason. So,
yep. You know, what's funny is you're sharing your story. It's the same story we've heard 100,000 times, right? And I did the same thing, right? But yet you would think us sharing stories would stop other people from doing it, right? Making the same mistakes. The old story from your parents. Well, I'm telling you about this so you don't make the same mistake. We're human, right? We sometimes we just go off the reservation, go rogue.
Yep.
And so
trying the revenge trade, I was bad for that. Because I'd lose in the morning, then I'd try it all day, and I would just keep losing and losing and losing and losing. I was the world's worst on that one. So I quit that.
Good.
If I lose in the morning, I just take my loss and just, go on with it.
There you go. Did you know what 1 to 3% of your account was, your total trading account today before you started trading? Was you present when I asked that question? So you always know that you got to limit yourself no more than 1 to 3% of your total account loss in one day, right? And that helps protect your account also.
Right.
So you should never trade unless you know mathematically what that number is. It's there for a reason.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job. Good to hear.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Hey, Mark, I got a question, please.
Okay.
When we're looking at the level 2 here, and I was just wondering, are you looking for the bid and ask to be close together? Would it better when they're close together or when they're separated? Like when
it's better when they're closer. Sometimes if you get that big gap in there, man, it could really jump on you one way or the other. It could be good or bad for you, right? You get that, they call it a spread, right? You get a bigger gap between them. Ideally, you would like to see them closer together and exchanging hands, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying how much of a gap there is, because it just depends, right? But yeah, I'm watching. When I'm looking for something too, I'm not sitting here staring at it. I mean, it's just things go so fast. But what I do watch for personally in my trading when I'm actively in a trade, number one, I want to see my price go up if I'm in a long, right? Or if I'm in a short, I want to see these numbers go down. See this wall right here on Tesla, that 1100 order? That'll act as a magnet, right, to pull that price down. Why should I pay $249.89 when I come down here and pay $249.50? Because there's a whole bunch of orders down there. So that'll tend to act as a magnet to pull it down. Same way on the upside, right? It'll tend, people will tend to do that there. So you can use that to what you see. Now, again, understand these are orders placed but not executed. So they can be withdrawn, moved around, added to, subtracted to any time. So it just kind of gives you, and it doesn't matter what the number is, right? This number could be 4 million. It doesn't matter. The number is irrelevant. It's just larger than the other ones on your order book, right? You know, I know we had a TOS member tell us one time, you know, ours may say 1,000, but the TOS said 10,000, right? It's just a number. So I kind of watch for these walls to see where barriers to the upside movement are, or magnets on the bid side where it might want to pull down to, because, well, this is going to get cheaper. If it's pulling down, I can get in here cheaper. I'll jump in with this guy down here with that 10,000 order, right? Because it's going to come down to me, right? And look what's happening right now. I don't remember what that level was, but look what it's doing. It's pulling down, right? Acting like a magnet. Now, the other thing you also have to be, you can't just hang your hat on that, and that's the way it's going to be, because people throw orders in there every second, right? So it looks like it may be pulling, and somebody will throw a big order in there to buy right now, right? And that could reverse the course. But you could use that as a guide, what's kind of going on overall. And again, they're not actual orders until they're executed, and these are all unexecuted orders. So you have to remember that.
Right. So basically, when you're in the ask column, and this is where the people are going to be actually selling, right?
Yeah, an oversimplified description, yes. The greens are the buyers and the reds are the seller. That's oversimplified because you can buy on the red and sell on the green. So, but yes, if you want to look at that, the oversimplified explanation is yes. The green side, people placing orders to buy at a lower price. The red side is sellers wanting to sell at a higher price.
What you're saying, like, you know, you don't worry about the numbers on the right. But on the other hand, when the coach was saying, you know, well, look out, but let's say, look at this big number. The guy's going to be selling, say, 1,000.
Yep, right here. See that? There's 1,000. That's what I'm calling the wall. That's the only thing I care about generally. I'm watching for that, right? Especially if I'm thinking. Yeah. So you may misunderstood when I say don't worry about these numbers. I don't worry about what the numbers are. I'm looking for orders that are significantly larger than the average that you see here, right? These are all 100s, 170s. Well, you see a 1,000 come up here. I mean, that stands out. So that'll act as a magnet up or down, right? So
on the green, you have 1,000 coming up, 1,000, you know, order. 1,000. This is where you want to sit and wait and buy it at that, or
well, that's up to you. I mean, you can that's what people will do. If I can see if this wasn't moving so fast, you know, let's just say there was at 248, there's 10,000 orders. I'm just making a number up, right? Well, if I'm up here at 248.5, why would I want to pay that much when I can see this big order down here? I'll go join that guy because more than likely it's going to drop down to that, right, as a magnet. So I can get it. I'll wait in the weeds, essentially, for it to come down to me at that lower price with that huge order that's going to attract attention.
Right.
So you can do that. That's one way, you know, and then you could do, again, this is kind of a scalping, jumping in and out kind of thing. I don't know. We somehow coined it the slingshot method. It's not what Coach doesn't really, you know, call it that or even really discuss it all that much. But if we see a big order here and I want to get in, I may wait for this order to crawl up or wait before it sells off. I'll jump in, buy it. And it'll if there's not many orders in between that and the next wall on this side, it'll fire right up and you can profit to that rapid increase to the upside. So again, there's many ways to use this. That it takes time to see what's going on there, get your eyeballs adjusted. I know it took me 3 to 6 weeks watching it and learning that in the pre-market more than anything when everything's low volume and moving slower, right? It's easier to learn that way.
Right.
So
okay, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. For our paid members, take a look at Bruno's message to all of you in the Zoom chat. it might be very beneficial for you to read the Zoom chat now if you don't on a normal basis. All paid members in our Zoom call. Bruno's lost his mind. I'm telling you. Better go check it out. He's gone rogue. All right.
The diamond you're talking about, this is the one where you pay 5,000 and 5,000 for everything?
Yep.
Is that
correct? You can pay one payment of 10 if you like, or 2 payments of 5, however you want to do it. Yes, sir. That's our everything included. Lifetime memberships, never ever pay again for anything, any of the stock options, crypto, or futures memberships, and any memberships or packages that we would produce in the future, rest of your life, no matter what we create. All right, what else we got?
And these are all tax deductibles too. You know, people can include them on the deductions.
Yeah, well, whatever, right?
Oh, I deducted it all right.
Yeah. Beth, that person, thank you for sharing the videos, and everybody else over there on TikTok that's been sharing. Appreciate that. Make sure you like the video here and share it out with others. Yeah. Orkla over there on YouTube, live chat, who is a Diamond member, said it is an amazing deal. He jumped on that as soon as he could. So, yes, everything included. All right. Now people are paying attention to Bruno over there chatting in our live Zoom chat. There we go. I'm seeing comments over there. You know, don't hesitate. All right, what else we got? Tesla is in this zone, right? Not exciting. So I'm not going to sit here and stare at this. Apple still continuing to climb. It has stayed above the 9. It's crossed VWAP. It's now coming up on the 55 and into this regression channel. Really, the only barrier to the upside is breaking through the double tops and stuff that it broke through on the downside. The biggest indicator is the 200 MA up there, and that's quite a ways away. There's a lot of money can be made between there and there. This where it's at now and up here, that 200. But you do have to pay attention to your charts. Look behind you. Where's the double tops? Where's the double bottoms? Right? All those kind of things. Be aware of your surrounding. All right. Movies and Candyman. Can you send money to me? No, you cannot. Oh, you could. I'd take it. Yeah, I'm all for green stuff. No, you can't. I mean, you can in our free Discord. We have a tip the moderator thing that you can do through Cash App. That's the only way you could, if you want to bless a moderator for the things that they do for you on a daily basis. You can go inside our free Discord there, and there's a tip a moderator channel. If you want to take advantage of that, that's about the only way you can do that. You have to have Cash App. It's Cash App only. Thank you for your thought anyway. We do not charge you for this free live, so this is an outreach of American Dream Trading. We're trying to give you a taste of what we do here. If you knew how the things that are opportunities are available to here, it will blow your mind. Ask anybody that's recently joined how the mind blown once you get inside here with a paid membership is. We're just giving you a taste. You're just seeing the tip of the iceberg with these free outreaches, right? So, you know, you can go for a free test drive at your local Corvette dealer, right? Are they giving you that Corvette for free? No, but they'll give you a test drive, right? Boy, you really like that test. You really like that Corvette, right? Well, we'll give you a free test. Well, now maybe you want to own it, right? Owning it has its advantages if you want to look at it. I don't know anything about cars. That popped into my head. I have lots of things that pop into my head. Sometimes they stay there. It takes me weeks to get them out. But anyway, you know, you don't get to have the advantages of owning the Corvette. You know, membership and ownership has its privileges. So, well, Tesla's trying to break out now after I took my eyeball off of it. Right there. All right. So let's see. Amazon's these are all pretty much getting back up to where they were. So you're going to have these double, triple tops that they're going to have to fight through. So potential to break through to the upside, break on through the other side, break on through to the other side.
Get out of my head, Mark.
Legally, that's about how I'm allowed to present that, right? Without getting in trouble. Google, man, I'll tell you what. Is Google like the play of the day this morning? I mean, this thing, once it reversed course there, If you were in this EWO play, I mean, you are in some serious, serious cash.
Mark, I held one gold overnight.
Yes.
And it was up $400 when the market opened.
Ooh, good
On
job.
just one. Yeah, and those are pretty cheap, right?
Yeah, good job.
Yes, I was very happy. I needed that.
Thank you. Good job.
Thank you.
That's one of our members that trade futures. Traded gold.
Actually, that wasn't even a future. It was an option. GLD.
Gold?
Is that? Yes, just GLD is the ticker. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you actually traded that stock then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I was out of buying power for futures yesterday. It was like at the end of the day.
So all I heard was she held gold contract with no stop overnight. Got it.
Yes.
That's what
Stock wouldn't work overnight. Stock won't work overnight.
Oh, that's even more of a risk, but yeah.
Well, that's why I was right there when market opened.
Right.
Yeah, you realize gold.
It was cheap though. It was so cheap. It was like a lotto,
fall,
you know?
because it can't fall in the pre-market. Got it.
It was cheap, Bruno.
Yes, I would highly recommend against that because, quite honest
Don't
with
anybody
you,
listen to me.
I make tons of money trading gold. It's like around 3, 4 a.m. starting there.
Just
a great time to trade it.
There's an unlimited loss on. There's no unlimited. It can go forever. So
it was an accident that I held it overnight. Honestly, it really was because I was selling my stuff and then all of a sudden it was 202 and I was like, oh shoot, I didn't finish selling, and that was the one I had, and then I was like, oh well, it was cheap enough so.
Yeah, when you say them oh wells, that's how you wreck your account.
Well, no, it was oh well. There's nothing I could do at that point.
Well,
like,
yeah,
but it's cheap, but it can continue to grow into a bigger loss.
Oh yeah. Oh, it can. Like you can't lose any more than you put into it with an option.
You said it was an option.
Yeah, it was an option.
Yeah, on gold, right? Futures.
No, it was an option. GLD.
Gold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gold.
But gold,
stock,
not futures, correct?
Barrick Gold.
Not a future. No, not futures.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Just making sure. All right.
Yeah. No. No futures. I go into it with the stop in the trade.
Good.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Unless I'm on Robinhood, then I gotta go and put it in right after. You know, like.
Don't forget, I got your son now, so I can talk
Oh
to your
yeah.
son. I can
How's
talk
that
to your
going?
son. I could talk to your son.
Yeah, he's my buddy. He's my buddy.
It's like looking at Christina with a beard or with a mustache.
Oh,
with neck tattoos.
I say that all the time, Bruno. And yes, I did look at the video, Christina. He is awesome as usual.
You like that one? Yeah,
Yep.
I liked it. That was pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
It's funny.
All right, Google's pulling back a little bit here. Did anybody make money today here? Let me point out one more time for those out there on our social media and our paid membership. Did anybody have? There were some account changing trades in here today, were there not? That you could have really changed your account. We heard one member come out and say how much he made, what, over 250% or something on a trade. It seems that, again, when Mark has to fill in, I'm just telling you, people make money, right? Is this a thing, a reoccurring theme? I don't know. Need more scientific study, but So anyway, yes, now the market's kind of flat, but yes, there was initial pop to the upside and a nice steady drive to the downside and a bottom bounce on almost everything to the upside. So you could have played the upside, the downside, and now back to the upside for those that were moving. Made lots of money employing those techniques.
Mark, I think it is a thing.
It is a thing.
Because even though, I took my account down, so I'm actually, that amount of money that I'm up, it's 66% of my account, so today.
Phil.
So there you go.
Phil making comments about me in the Zoom chat over there. I tell you, everybody's a comedian. I tell you.
Think you need to fill in for Coach more.
I got my own stuff I like to do too,
You've had enough. Come on now.
Yeah.
Share it.
Anyway, SPY is back flat in the channel. It's about 2/3 of the way back from its initial pullback. Doesn't mean it's going to continue to do that. Again, trade to trade is in front of you. Do not form any bias what's going to do for the rest of the day. Anyway, movies in Candyman. Apparently he's a Corvette hater. He says those are for suckers. I don't know. I'm not a car dude. As long as I got a good car to get me from point A to B, point A to B, I don't care about cars that much. I'm not impressed by fancy cars and stuff. As long as I can haul my guitars and amps around to where I need to go, that's all I need. And it's a small SUV crossover thing to haul our musical equipment around when I need to go somewhere. It fills that bill. You know, I really don't go anywhere. I'm usually sitting in front of this computer all day, clicking my mouse button, click, 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 click. Right, making money. So, all right.
Mark, in the chat, Yaya's asking, does someone speak today? Now I'm curious about that too. Do you know?
I think I did see, was there a Fed governor later today? I don't know, but we did have the retail numbers come out. Kind of uneventful. Some of them were up and some of them were down, so it's kind of a thing. But nothing really eventful today other than those retail sales numbers, which month over month they were a little bit higher, which is kind of surprising. Retail sales month over month were actually a tenth higher. So retailers did have an increase in sales. So that's kind of a positive news. It's not a huge indicator right now, considering everything. Again, we are still dealing with pending paused tariffs, right? So it hasn't gone away. They're still on the table. So there's all that uncertainty. So, let's check in. Let's go back. Let's check on our friend Weemy here. Well, Weemy just kind of died, didn't it? After the initial halts to the upside, it did its thing, and our members took out of that what they could, right? What about Boeing? How did it shake out with its bad news from China? How's it doing? Well, apparently that's not the one I want, right?
I think that one's up in the sky.
There we go. Actually, Boeing's a little bit higher than the open, isn't it? Barely, about break even. Did spike up a little higher. Very choppy. Whew. That would be a rough trade trading that. Look at all that chop. What about the airlines? Let's check Delta here, see what they did. Did they rise on the good news from American yesterday? Not so much so, right? Yeah. Again, they may be reacting to China news also. Check American Airlines, see what they did. Yeah, they're down too. So they may all be reacting the opposite. They may be falling in sympathy with Boeing, with China saying we're not going to take the things we ordered. You go ahead and keep them for now. Right. Thank you everybody for being here today, by the way. Members, remember to post your profits and losses in the profit and loss channel so that Coach can see how we did today. Encourage him so that he knows you're following the rules and you're able to successfully trade without him hovering over you. I appreciate y'all, everybody's helps and comments here today from our paid members. Thanks, Phil, about that comment about, he said oil is moving up. Again, I will be live at 2 p.m. Eastern time later today for the live futures education and training program. That's my jam. That's what I love doing, is trading futures. That's what I do full time now. I've been trading in the pre-market stocks this week. I haven't traded a stock option for it's probably so November. Well, let's take a look there. Mr. Valentin over there on our YouTube live chat, he says they'll be looking at Bull, which is Webull, which is the broker that we use. Oh, look at that. Picking back up today. Webull the upside. I didn't hear any of our members looking at that today. Look at that nice trade. Wow. Webull is the broker that a lot of us here at AmericanDreamTrading.com use to trade with. It's a broker, just like any of the other little brokers. So when a lot of us use, that's what you see Coach show on his screen every day. Nice climb up. That thing went up from $40 to $52. That's a nice climb today. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out there, Valentin. Thank you. See, I read your comments that are up there. What else we got going on over here? Oh, Pal's on later. Damon says over on the TikTok live. I don't see. Did I miss that? Well, by golly, you're right there, Damon. I missed that. I looked at that. Fed Powell chairman speaks at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time today. For those of you who are actively trading at that time, you might want to keep your ear to the wind. Be careful with your trades. It's not that he's going to say anything outrageous. He's probably going to a luncheon somewhere and speaking somewhere in the country, as they often do. But as you know, Fed chairman yesterday made a comment that caused an immediate reaction in the market. Matter of fact, even sooner than that, at noon Eastern Time today, Fed Chairman Hammack speaks at a luncheon probably somewhere. They attend all these economic summits in major cities around the country. I know city up north from me, up in Cleveland, they have one every year that they invite. I don't know if probably the Fed governors go to it. I don't know about whether the Fed chairman ever goes to them, but they have a big one up there. I'm assuming every major city in the markets would have that type of thing. They try to invite speaking. All right. So noon today, Fed Chairman Hammack speaks. At 1:30 Eastern Time, Fed Chair Powell speaks. Okay. Be careful in the markets at those times. All right. Everybody write that down. Could be if he says something that the reporters don't like, or they think he said something different than he's been saying, they'll publish that and the markets will react. So everything's flat here today. So anyway, make sure you all head over to AmericanDreamTrading.com and grab that free Discord and those memberships. The promotions are already built into our website for your purchase. Again, these are limited quantities and they may be withdrawn at any time. So check that out over on AmericanDreamTrading.com's website. Thank you for your questions over there on all the social medias. Appreciate them. Appreciate your being respectful in your comments and questions over there. It's not always the case. Sometimes we have to send Felicia packing. I don't like doing that, but I appreciate everybody's respectfulness in there today, not only with me and the other moderators, but amongst all the other commentators inside those live chat windows. Sometimes it could get like the wild, wild west, right? In some of these, not our groups usually not like that. Everybody's pretty well behaved, but you can get in some of these groups, man. I'll tell you what, woo! That's why I don't belong to any of them anymore. So I do thank you all for being here today. Again, we are live 3 times daily. At the conclusion of all of our live broadcasts, they are available immediately for a replay upon the conclusion of the broadcast. So you can go over to our channel over there on YouTube, American Dream Trading, and watch any of those you may miss. Also on our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading, there's over 2,000 free videos that you can go watch at your own leisure if you want to see more. Again, these lives are just the tip of the iceberg of what we really do here at American Dream Trading. I highly encourage you, when you're ready, step up your training. If you really want to up your game and up your learning, you want to get yourself some more education at a higher level, you need to grab one of those paid memberships, as membership has its privileges. So check all them out. We are live 3 times a day, as I started to say before I derailed myself like I always do. Coach is live from 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern Time every day, Monday through Friday. I am live with the Futures Education and Training Outreach starting at 2 p.m. Eastern Time through 4 o'clock. And then we have the Aftermarket Show over on our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading, with our lovely and sultry voice, Dawn, one of our moderators. And she is highly skilled and educated trainer. She can answer your questions and help you out there also. And if you like, it's a little bit different format. You can join her panel and talk live with an open mic and an open camera if you even so choose to. They have a good time over there. It's very educational. Check that out. That starts at 5 p.m. Eastern Time today. So I thank you all. I'm glad you all could be here. We will see you tomorrow, same time, same bat channel. See ya.